Hello, I'm going to do a little reaction video tonight. I I'm talking about a story here about a 12-year-old boy whose dog was shot in Kirksville, Missouri, while they were participating in a legal hunt with landowner permission on the property. I'm going to read you the story, and then we're going to do a little reaction to it. A 12-year-old boy and a silent ride home. That doesn't even sound good, does it? It doesn't. So excuse me while I look away from the screen a minute. I'm just going to read it to you, and then we're going to look at it together. There are moments that define whether tradition lives on or quietly dies. This is one of those moments. In Kirksville, Missouri, a 12-year-old boy went hunting with his dad, a 100% legal hunt with landowner permission. Now, they weren't hunting for trophies or for attention, but for something deeper. Time together, tradition, and a bond between a young hunter and a good dog. Her name was Wipeout Katie. She was 9 years old, and she was a Grand Nite champion. Now, the type of hunt they were participating in was invitation only, and the prizes that they can win at these hunts are life-changing prizes. They're big money. You can buy a house or more. So at some point during the night, the woods changed, and a shot rang out, and then silence. Not the normal silence of tracking ending, but the kind of silence that makes your stomach drop. The Garmin went to a question mark. That's the Garmin tracker. The screen on it, instead of tracking the dog, it went to a question mark. And for anyone who knows dogs knows what that means. It means something's wrong. They went to her last location, and what they found was a dog that wasn't coming home, and her collar was gone. Let that sink in. Somebody took the dog's collar. They also took the name collar. We can debate laws. We can debate circumstances. We can debate what ifs. But if there's one thing that doesn't require debate, it's if someone believed they were justified, they would have stayed at the site. They would have called it in. They would have explained what happened. Instead, a dog is dead, the collars are missing, and a 12-year-old boy is left trying to understand something no child should ever have to carry. On the ride home, he told his father, "I don't want to hunt anymore. I don't want to hurt like this again." Now, that was an adult that shot that dog and hurt this child. They should have to stand in front of the child and apologize. But read that again, because right here's how traditions disappear. Not from legislation, not from policy, but from heartbreak. Every hunter watching this knows the truth. We don't just turn dogs loose, we turn loose trust. Trust that people will act right. Trust that people will respect the hunt. And if something goes wrong, they won't run from it. This isn't just about Missouri. It's not just about one dog. It's about a line we draw as a community. Because if we don't stand up and say this is not acceptable, then we're the ones letting it happen. Pretty strong, huh? All right, I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to bring on, and we're going to do some reactions. I don't know what it's doing. I've never done this before. I'm assuming that it's sharing the screen and you can see it. I can't see it, so I guess it's showing it. So we're going to look at the comments. We're going to move forward like you're looking at it. And if you can't see it at the end of this, I just won't publish the video. How about that? So the mainstream media, local media, has picked it up, and I linked to the article. If you decide that you want to help the Army of Orange, there's a subscribe link. It's $1 a month. For I hadn't found anybody willing to do this job for $1 a month other than me. But $1 a month if you want to subscribe. It's not mandatory. You can follow the page. You can like the page, and it won't cost you $1 a month. But if you choose to subscribe, you can. So Amy McDonald says, powerful truth and prayers to the family. Mark Radich, dogs should be protected. And most of the comments are like this. I bet that was his first dog too, Raymond Bullions. Yeah, it probably was because of the ages involved here. Katie's age and the kid's age. The kid was about 3 when Katie was born, so he's always known this dog to be in his life. And his dad also told me that the dog had a thyroid problem, so every morning the kid got up and went and gave the dog her medicine. So he has a daily routine of caring for the dog. But there's this person, Sarah Fenton, that came in and made a just nasty comment. And she just made up some other stuff that doesn't go along with it. But if you'll notice, it's a troll profile. Sarah Fenton, followed by 4 people. 4 people. Why do people do this? Let's find Sarah's comment. Oh, here's somebody. Any landowner's name released? At Deep South English Kennels, we don't dox people for starters. But in this case, the landowner had given permission for them to hunt, and the landowner was not involved in shooting the dog. This is somebody else that chose to interject themselves into the situation. More than likely, it's somebody that lives close by that feels like they own everything that they can see. There's a lot of those people that rent a place or have a quarter-acre lot or something like that. We call them quarter-acre land barons. And they own everything that they can see when in fact they don't really own anything. So we're not releasing any names right now. When there's a name in a police report, we'll release that. But we don't just throw names out there because you might be throwing an innocent person's name out. Here's somebody talking about the contest hunts. I really need to find. Here's old Sarah. Yet your post leaves out one important detail. Was the dog on property that was posted or wasn't allowed to be on? Well, Sarah, if you'd have read the post, it said that within the first few sentences, that yes, they had permission to hunt there. Whether a child or not, boundaries need to be respected, and when not, there are consequences. Consequences should favor no man, no woman, or child when it doesn't set them up to know or understand consequences, which in turn supports. Did Sarah take any English classes or anything? I mean, really. Sarah, punctuation is your friend. That's one huge run-on sentence. I'm trying to understand exactly what you're trying to say, which in turn supports breaking more laws, rules, etc. as they age. People use children to pluck at the heartstrings of people when it's morally wrong, and to me that's unacceptable and will never be. Life's not fair, and to make a child or otherwise believe it's fair is setting them up for more disappointment, if not worse. I agree with you, life's not fair, Sarah, but you know what else isn't fair? What isn't fair is taking this tragedy and deciding to try and shape the narrative into something you want to make it be. You literally spit in the face of a child and then double down on it. It's got to be the dumbest thing I've read on the internet today, but there is still several hours left in the day, so you got time to improve upon your statement. So the other people commenting, it still doesn't give people the right to shoot somebody's dog, and it doesn't. And the thing is, Sarah didn't come back. She made the comment, left, but there again, we know it's a troll profile because she's only got 4 followers. Let's see the options. We can report profile, we can help Sarah, or we can block her. I don't really want to do any of those. I just want to look at her profile. She got 552 friends and some horsies up here. Her profile is full of horses and dogs. Think about that for a minute. She's up there saying that she's all right with somebody shooting somebody's dog, but that's all her profile. Oh, she got a kitty cat. But all her profile is horses and dogs. Horses and dogs, horses and dogs. I mean, come on, man. Really? I don't know. People have lost their ever-loving minds. But back to Sarah's statement. Sarah said that that there should be consequences. We agree, Sarah, there should be consequences, that there should be serious consequences. Because in this case, somebody that is not the landowner, because we've been in touch with the landowner, they were hunting with permission of the landowner. So not the landowner, but somebody in the area took it upon themselves to go and shoot this dog. Now, the interesting thing is, it's a gravel road, and there were people in the woods following the dog on foot. There were also some people out on the gravel road in a truck. So as soon as they heard the shots, the truck started up and drove to the top of the hill so that they could see the whole road. There were no other cars on the road. So whoever went out and shot this dog walked there. They walked. So Sarah says there should be consequences so that they're not breaking more laws and rules as they age. We agree. The shooter needs to face consequences. And to be honest, you need to face consequences too. You should have to stand in front of the 12-year-old that you're throwing shade on and explain your situation. I mean, really, that's only fair, right? So I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to pick up another story real quick, and we're going to do a reaction to it as well. So, I changed the studio around a little bit, and my microphone is right in between my monitor here, making it a little hard to see. Well, I can't find it right now. The mother of the child whose dog was shot responded to Sarah, which Sarah's a coward. I'm going to call you what you are, Sarah. You're a coward. You popped in and made this comment, and you vanish. You won't stand up and let people respond to you. You just vanish into thin air like a typical troll. All right, I'm going to share the screen again, and we're going to get into the some of the other responses to Sarah. Let's click that on all comments. So here's the mother of the 12-year-old. Thank you so much for this. When I saw her comment, I had to put my phone down so I didn't say something out of pocket. See, she's a lady, Sarah. You should take notes. She also used some punctuation. My son, husband, and I are devastated at the way we lost our sweet Katie. Everyone's support and prayers are very appreciated. We've had so many comments that were just absurd and untrue about the whole situation, and it's maddening. It's crazy how people have no actual knowledge of a situation, twist things just because they're sitting behind a keyboard. Oh, we agree. We often tell them, hey, come on this camera and say what you said, and they never will. I wonder why. It's amazing. So Danny Brandon, someone I know pretty well, Danny, just don't understand people getting so upset seeing a dog on their land if it's not harming livestock. I agree. It is their property, though. If they don't want you there, we probably shouldn't go there. But in this case, they had permission to be there. I don't know. Train Easter's got it. He says, these people are unhappy and disgusting. You're right. You're right. There's people in the world that are absolutely miserable, and they want you to be miserable with them. They refuse to be happy. So Henry Luft asked Sarah, so since the dog, as you say, was on posted property, makes it okay to shoot it? Would that be like killing oh, we're not going to go there. What he says is, of course it wouldn't be okay. That you're what's wrong with the world today. Tiffany says, if my property's posted, so if the neighbors are playing ball and the wind catches it and it goes into my yard and one quickly runs to get the ball, what should I do? It's pretty simple. You let the kid get the ball. You throw the ball back to the kid, play ball with the kid. Which Tiffany goes on to say, horse thieves used to hang for stealing horses. Maybe this would be stop people from harming our hounds who's doing. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Doesn't matter the land. Dog was killed on land, posted or not. People aren't going to take their land with them when they die. I agree. And says, I believe these people just want to kill. Bubba here is a subscriber to the page. He's always got a little something to say. Bubba, that's pretty strong. I'm not going to read it out loud, but it's right there on the screen for the world to see. Don't shoot hunting dogs, call Sarah out. Sarah, or whomever you are, we recognize a troll when we see one. The post did say where the dog was, and it was 100% legal with landowner permission. If only your parents had used protection. Good point. She wouldn't be here to aggravate us, would she? So the majority of the comments are saying that you shouldn't have did what they did. Chris points out that the law, you're allowed to go get your dog. In Missouri, you are allowed to go get your dog. You can't go on the property and harvest the raccoon or harvest whatever they're chasing, but you can go get your dog. Arkansas, same way. One of my favorite lawyers that's on TV or on YouTube actually did a little thing on that about you can go get your dog. You can't go get your deer, but you can go get your dog. Jeff Long, the Grimes had permission to be on the land. A coward shot this young man's dog, and that's all there is to it. And yes, I can back my words up. I guarantee it. Corey Hutto talking to Sarah with a GIF, and that's pretty funny. So we can agree that Sarah is a troll, and Corey describes her as an idiot sandwich. So that's, yeah. Well, here's another one about the same story. Let's see if I can get it to open where it'll be easy to read for us. There we go. Share screen again. I'm really curious how this video is going to come out because I've never done one of these I'm using Riverside software. Never done one with Riverside before, so I have no idea what this is going to look like. Maybe it's going to turn out okay. I don't know. I have no idea whether you even see the screen share or not. I won't know until I watch the video myself. So Larry Grimes and his son hunting with permission. And this is Hunter. This is Larry's son. This is Katie. This is Larry and Hunter, and this is another one of their dogs. It doesn't look like Katie. So I check around and see how many trail cameras and houses are around. Good point, Richard. Sorry, can I help? Yeah, there's a GoFundMe already. I don't have all the information on it, and I don't handle people's money. If I help them raise money, I post their pay link, and I don't have the money sent to me. So when they send me the pay link, I will share it to you. I did do a phone interview today with Larry, and it's in the process of being rendered, so it'll be posted sometime soon. Nice looking hound. Don't know what I'd do in this situation. See, all the comments are there's just a few comments here and there, and they're usually troll profiles. It takes a pretty sorry individual to do something like this. Here's somebody else talking about consequences. If he has a conscience, I hope he's having a lot of trouble sleeping, like a child, like the child whose dog he killed. Prosecution is the fullest thing that can bring it back. I agree. Sounds like they had a good dog and someone was jelly. I don't think so, because there would have been a vehicle out on that gravel road. This dog went the other direction from the other dogs when they cast, so I don't think it was another competitor. It could have been, but I'm guessing no, simply because of the facts of the case. I've got more facts than you know about right now because I had the phone interview with him. And everybody's here posting support. You know, this is getting out of hand, happening a lot. Well, you know, we had the case in Tennessee where we made sure the guy got 2 felonies and has to pay restitution. And which dog got killed, the one treeing or the other one? Randy, the one on the tree is the one that was killed. There's another picture that I posted that I labeled everything so that you can understand it better. This is so wrong on many levels, I agree. Prosecute the ones responsible. I've said it before, somebody's going to shoot the wrong one and wind up, believe it or not, that's already happened. Look at this, Daniel Lucas. I think he say, I've got a good grade English will tree you can have and start again. So Daniel Lucas doesn't know this kid from Adam, and he's offering to give the kid a dog. That's what houndsmen are about. That's what houndsmen do. We're not selfish, we're selfless. So I understand there's going to be a reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person that shot this dog. So if you know anything, send something in the direct messages. This right here should never happen, folks. Never in a million years should this happen right here. 12-year-old mourns senseless shooting of beloved dog. Shouldn't happen. All right, so I'm going to wrap that up here. This is my reaction video. Whoever Sarah is, I'm sure it's not Sarah, and I'm willing to bet it's not a woman. I'm willing to bet it's a man behind that profile. So be a man and send a DM to the page and say, hey, I'm the person behind the Sarah profile, and I want to have an honest conversation about what happened. Like and subscribe to the page. I need all the help I can get. If you feel like being a paid subscriber, there's a link on every post. It's $12 a year. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.